Good morning, sales professionals. Wonderful to be connecting with you again today as we go crashing into the second quarter of 2021, trying to rid ourselves from the ball and chain that COVID has become and get to rebuilding our careers and rebuilding our businesses and moving forward, getting some revenue and some cash on hand. I want to ask a question today, and that is that in 2021, with all the development that has taken place with the advent of the internet over the last couple of decades and the availability of information, as a sales professional, are you still pitching? As a sales professional, are you still pitching? So maybe while you're thinking about that, we need to get onto some common ground with regards to pitching. I'm going to suggest that a sales pitch is somewhat rehearsed. I think there's some people who are extremely rehearsed at it, but for most people it is somewhat rehearsed. It's an attempt to get the client to understand and to see all the features and benefits of the product that the salesperson is trying to sell. And the whole intent of the pitch is to get the customer to sign or to buy the product or the service at that point. The pitch is the salesperson's attempt to close a deal. Get all the information across and get someone across the chicken line, or to get into the touchdown zone, the sales touchdown zone, and buy the product, make a decision, turn a no into a yes. And so I go back to my question. Are we still pitching in this day and age? Now, I know the answer to the question because I go to so many conferences and I speak at so many places and I coach a lot of people, and it's a matter of time before I come across someone who's asking me or waiting for me in my presentation to give them the perfect pitch, that thing that can sell anything to anybody at any time. People are looking for this magic sales dust or this magic pill or the elixir to the sales industry that is going to take Mr. or Mrs. average salesperson and instantaneously turn them into some kind of heavy hitter who's closing every single deal that's out there. And I understand where people are coming from. I wonder, however, if we have taken out some time to consider what our client's point of view is, or what our client's perspective is on the pitch. Now, I am going to give you some anecdotal feedback at this point, but I've also done a lot of reading on this. I've done a lot of research on it, and I will give you some of those places where I do go and get my latest information from. But this is what is generally coming back to me from the marketplace. Number one, the vast majority of clients are incredibly annoyed with a pitch. They find it incredibly annoying. They find it very, very predictable from the perspective that irrespective of the product or the service that's being offered, salespeople kind of jump into a zone and say and do similar things. And so the customer knows what's coming, and we just look and sound like every other salesperson that's out there. We're not distinguishing ourselves or building some kind of unique brand. We're just sounding like every other snake oil salesperson that's out there. Clients find the pitch very disrespectful. They don't believe that it is genuine. They don't believe that it is authentic. They believe that the pitch is all about the salesperson and that company than it is about the client, the client's life, and the client's company. They find it very manipulative and very, very pressurizing. A lot of people feel that the pitch is an attempt at bullying them into jumping across the line, signing on the dotted line, taking the deal. A lot of the stuff that comes across in sales pitches is very generic. We are the biggest, we are the best, we are the fastest, we've got the best after sales service. And a lot of those things are promises that are made that can only ever really be tested after the purchase has been concluded. So when someone talks about after sales service, I mean, it's experienced after sales. So I've got to purchase the product in order to test your after sales service. Something to think about, just as an aside. This is a little caveat, but do you think that your competition are going into your clients and saying, actually, our after-sales service is not great? we're very proud to tell you that we have the third best after-sales service. No, of course not. And so we are sounding like every other salesperson out there. We're the biggest, we're the best, we've got the greatest after-sales service. It is not distinguishing ourselves in any way. Here are some stats from that have been provided from surveys that have been done. 13%, 13% of customers feel that the salesperson has genuinely taken the time to understand the customer's needs. 13%. And we wonder why everyone mocks the sales industry. 13% of people feel that salespeople have tried to understand their needs. Of clients that were surveyed, 5% could remember the statistics that the salesperson had quoted verbatim during the pitch. It seems to be quite a waste of time. 86% of the people that bought suggested that they bought because they felt understood. They felt that someone had taken time out to really get compassionate about their situation, their business, and their success. 60% of the people surveyed found the pitch highly irritating. And here is a life-changing stat for you. 7% of top salespeople reported using a pitch. So let's be generous and double that. Let's say 15% of top salespeople actually use a pitch. That is still incredibly low when we consider the stats that have gone before and the kinds of money and the kinds of deals that these top salespeople are closing. You can go and have a look at places like thebrevitgroup.com, Vonage, V-O-N-A-G-E. I might have mispronounced that, but that's okay. And then HubSpot, and there are plenty other publications and websites that you can go and have a look at with regards to these kind of statistics. I would really like to suggest that if we are going to be calling ourselves professional salespeople, then the pitch and closing techniques and sales techniques are incredibly disrespectful issues to be taking on board, or tools to be taking on board. How would you feel as a client knowing that you were being techniqued? Someone was messing with you somehow to get you to a place where you take the product that they're offering. Even the whole concept of overcoming objections. I've spoken about it in other blogs and in other vlogs, but there's often a very arrogant intent that goes along with overcoming objections, that somehow I, as the salesperson, know something that the client doesn't, and I'm going to convince them that they're wrong and that I'm right. I'm wondering if, as professional salespeople, that is a kind of practice that we want to be part of. Is that a kind of industry that we want to be associated with and known as? Personally, I think there's a better way. I think there's a way better way of respecting our clients, placing our clients first. I call it the GLAC system, G-L-A-C, process of sales. And I'd invite you to come and check out 4pillarsofsales.com and have a look at some of the ideas that I've got with regards to professional sales. It'll provide you with a stunning approach to building your own personal sales philosophy. And there's also a bunch of practical tools in there that you can use in building a successful sales career. And a successful sales career, in my opinion, is one where, yes, we are achieving numbers, but critical importance is that we are placing our client and our client's needs and interests above that of our own. And so why don't you go and like this video and subscribe, go and check out the 4pillarsofsales.com. And I'd like to suggest that there is a way where we can massively improve our sales and our sales numbers without selling. and it's so easy to do. Go and check it out. Go for it.